You feline devil! What have you done with Robin?
Oh, is that a new way to greet an old friend, Batman? Not even a hello, how are you? In front of you are 2 doors. I'm standing behind one of them.
And the other?
Ah, there's the rub. Behind the other door is a ferocious Batman-eating tiger. It's been a long time between bites for Tinker Bell.
You should take better care of him, Catwoman. After all, pets are a responsibility. Stay right where you are, Catwoman. Don't do it, Catwoman. You'll never make that jump with what you're carrying.
Just watch me, Batman.
Hang on, Catwoman. When I throw the bat rope, reach out and catch it.
I'm afraid.
Let go of the bag, Catwoman. Then you'll be able to catch the rope with your free hand.
I can't let go of it.
Drop it, Catwoman. Otherwise, you'll fall into that bottomless pit. Nothing's worth that.
I can't let go. I can't.
Ah, well, at least she's got 9 lives. Let's go. Hey, yowza. I remember the first time I saw that, I thought, I hope Catwoman's going to be okay. What's that?
I said nothing's worth that. I thought that.
Oh, no. But, I just can't let it go. I'm going to fall through this bottomless pit.
That's TV.
Oh, that's good television right there. Oh, I tell you. Welcome, everyone. If this is your first time, I'm Lorenzo. This is Surcam Stances, my comic book son over here. And we do this every Wednesday. This is Comic Book Livestream, where we talk about the stuff we picked up and have a curated list of stuff that we look forward to for next week. And it's all brought to you by the Alternative City Shop.
I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City Shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers, and mystery boxes, you'll find pins and magnets that I call CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books. These are one-of-a-kind items made from images cut directly from comic books, not photocopies, so each one is unique.
That's right. And I know I'm a little behind on the reviews. I've got 4 reviews in editing mode right now, so there are 4 coming up. They'll be dropping this week. And down below, there's a link. The first link is to my stories channel, Alternative City Stories, where I have a video that I talk about the Awesome 5, which is one of my comics that I've created myself, and I go into detail about it. So check that link out right down below here, and check out that video. So it's I think it's something that some of you who like indie comics and stuff like that might enjoy. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I'm definitely gonna check that out. I missed that.
Yeah, I meant to mention it last week. Yeah, it was last week. I forgot last week, but I'll be sure to put it out this week. And so that I have been doing stuff. I just haven't got around to the reviews just yet. But they're in the mix. And they are coming out this week.
We're all waiting.
We got 4 this week, and one of them is an Artist Alley from a small publisher. So good stuff coming up this week. Hello, everyone.
Nice.
How are y'all? Rude. Good to see you, my friend.
Cracking already, man.
Smoke weed every day.
Chat is popping. We got the home. Of course, we got Rude in here. A lot of folks who are in here tonight were in the chat last night for FOC and Chill over on my channel. Always thank you to the homies for coming through on that one. We got Damien in the house. We got the lovely Miss Janet. Who else we got in here? We got James Lang representing. Shout 80s guy is in here. What's up, homies? Good to see y'all. I'm ready and excited to see what the penultimate book is this week.
Oh, tell me about it. So am I. I forgot what it was. And there's Phil. What's up, Phil? He's dishing out refreshments. What's going on?
Phil Treehouse. What's up, homie?
Woo!
Phil
Man,
actually jumped on for the first time last night, so that was cool.
What's up, Damien? Woo, man, it is. I tell you, it is hot in here. I don't know what's. We don't normally get this hot in this neck of the woods, but man, this is a scotcha. Let's see what you guys in the Midwest and the South have been going through.
Yeah, well, I'm pampered. I can't live without central air now. So.
Oh, well, good for you, man.
I don't live that life anymore.
Yeah, you have to forgive my shiny bald head because it's way too hot for any kind of a headgear. So this is going to be reflection time, folks. So adjust your brightness.
I'm here in solidarity with my shiny head.
Yeah. Yes. So, man, good stuff this week. I was talking to Marcus about just mentioning the Bears. I watched the Bears pregame. I tell you, I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Enough to say that they won't be the doormat of the NFL this season. So they're not going to just roll in Chicago and get a W.
I'm not convinced. A lot of hype for Justin Fields
just wait.
Year. I'm not convinced.
Just you wait. Just you wait. You'll see.
And Rude, you are always welcome, buddy. You are always welcome.
Yes. Hey, that's Rachel Flowers.
Oh, we got it. Roselle.
For a new artist. Roselle? I'm sorry. Oh, my glasses need cleaning. For a new artist starting out. Oh, hey, just stick to it. It's got to be something.
Draw some more.
Yeah, and and utilize whatever you've got. If you don't have all the fancy software, you don't have all the gear, don't worry about it. People make beautiful stuff, but just the simplest stuff. It's not the gear that does it. And if you got any kind of social media presence, utilize that. So that's all I got. I mean, I'm not. It's not like I'm Jim Lee or anything, but that's one thing I've learned from just being out here in the struggle. So
I saw Seth Rogen talking, and I know not everybody's a fan, but he was talking about the difference between the people who made it in Hollywood and the people who didn't make it in Hollywood. And he said the difference between the two is the people who didn't make it quit, and the people who did make it kept going. And that was the only difference, really. It's just a matter. Yeah, he talked about the dude who played Magneto not becoming famous until he was 60 years old. What was his name?
Really?
Christopher? No.
Yeah.
And
isn't he a knight or something? Sir something.
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen. Yeah. Thank you, Ian McKellen. Yeah. So yeah. Well,
he didn't become famous until he was 60 years old, though. So, I mean, the main thing is keep grinding your. I mean, who am I? I haven't done shit in life, but my understanding is that you keep grinding your passion, and you don't quit, and that's the difference.
Absolutely. Stick to it.
We got another Phil in the house. Never enough Phils. We got Phil Ailing in the house. What's up, homie? Good to see you.
Greetings, Phil, and Phil. Can't have enough Phils. And Waterbook, that's what I'm talking about, man. See, people are just playing this cheap. It's like the Cubs. The Cubs will never win anything. Okay, they haven't yet. Only took 100 years. Yeah. But the Bears, I'll tell you. I mean, and this is the last thing about football. The Bears have done what I thought they would never do. They've hired from outside the organization. They hired a head of football operations who knows what the hell he's doing. They brought in a GM that knows what he's doing, and things are turning around. I mean, stuff can turn around quick in the NFL. I mean, they're not going to say they win it all, but they're going to let you know that you win Chicago. You win a fight. You can just roll up in here and just roll out, with a W. This is not going to happen. So, just saying.
The only thing I'll say is let's play some football first.
Yes. Well, it has commenced, my son. It done started. All right, so
Did we
check
get our
out this.
books this week? What's up?
We did get our books, and let me tell you, if I can find the screen here, I did pick up a bunch of books. Many of them were like stuff they owed me from previous weeks, so this would have been a light week otherwise. Last Daredevil, glad to see that. Number 14 with the chip cover.
Oh, you got that nice cover. Yeah, no more chip. No more chip on Daredevil. It's been a while.
Hey. Well, Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Ritter, not reading it at all, but saw this cover for, I think this is the Joelle Jones cover. This is pretty. My camera doesn't like it because it's white, but damn, it is so intricate and dope, man. I love this. Man, she's one of my favorite artists.
It looks nice.
Yeah. And this thing, man, Hairball number 4. It ended a few weeks ago, but long story short, they shorted me on. They shorted the store, I should say, on issue number 3. Had to find that from my comic shop. Finally bought it, so now I finally picked up number 4 from the shop, which is, just one of those things, you know.
It's a hassle, yeah. I got some holes I gotta fill. Been missing them. Void
Rivals number 3. This is a first appearance, I think, of a key villain in this story that y'all should be reading. This is the last thing Kirkman did, I think, was Firepower. Wasn't crazy about that. Didn't like it that much. The thing before that was Solid Blood. There's like this one-shot weird thing he did with Ryan Otley. You remember that?
No, I don't.
No. It was like this weird. It was like a out of a continuity like comic that just all of a sudden it had this fight scene, and it was like number 17 or like some odd number, but that was it. Nothing else from them. Everybody was like, "What is this? It's just great," and it was gone. The Void Rivals. My point being is that it is kind of similar to that in the feel of the story. It's a quick read. It's filled with action and awesome art. So, loving this so far.
Man, the hype for that book is real, man. People are excited.
I hope it lives up to it. It's headed in the right direction. A couple of things they shorted them on You've Been Canceled number 2. So You've Been Canceled number 2 and number 3 came in at the same time. So I can catch up on that now from
when
Mad
did
Cave.
number 3 come out? Man,
Maybe today. Either today or last week, recently. I think it just came out. Yeah. Probably still pick it up. Probably still get it. It's out there. Also, from Mad Cave, which is awesome, is Monomyth number 4. This may be the last of this one. I'm not sure. It may be the last of the series, but this has been really good. Someone's been dying, and a main character's died in every issue. So this has been pretty exciting for one of those small press books, which I love so much.
Nice.
Sirens of the City number 2. I like this a lot. Did a review of it. This takes place in the 80s. Has to do with body autonomy and this girl who's pregnant, and she's like literally a siren, the mythical creature that has all those, I think, the power to control people and drain their powers and stuff like that. And she's just learning how to use her power. It looks like she's about to go a little ape shit on the cover there. One of your faves, SIKTC. I know you got every single copy. Every copy they make. This is something good. Have you read it yet? I know you have.
I usually have read it by now, but I actually got distracted by my kids today, so I have not read it.
Well, it happens. So I hear tell. So what else I got here is this thing. She's going to go crazy. It's the deaths of Layla Starr, the many deaths of Layla Starr. What do they call it?
Black and white.
Yeah, it's got what looks like the Adidas logo on here with that funny looking.
The same thing.
Yeah, with the SIKTC. Yeah, this is the black and white version of that. Oh, it's like it's a tricky way to get us to pay $8 for a comic book. I don't know. I do kind of like it, but I'm kind of getting had a little bit. Next to last thing is the Hollywood special, which we talked about briefly last week. And I already ordered this from my comic shop, but I was looking through it in the store, and I thought, I like this a lot. I might just have to take an extra copy. It looked that good, and the art was great. I mean, and I read it already, and I liked it. Quick summary. This is this aging starlet who's taking a train in 1942. The war is going on, the big one, WW2, and she's on this tour to make the oh God, she's on this tour to just to support the troops and spread goodwill throughout the country and tell folks like, come on, let's they just do whistle stops on trains, and she's stopping every little burg and get out the back and wave at the people and all that stuff. And they come to this town that's had this cave in Pennsylvania, which is a mining town, and some weird stuff is going on in this cave in, and she decides to just get off and help. Unlike many stars, she thought like, whoa, I can help out here. And this follows what happens with her. She's going through some stuff in her life because stars were part of this the Hollywood machine, what they called it, the studio machine, which is really kind of like indentured servitude. It wasn't glamorous at all from the inside. And she had aged out. She's an older actress, and she's just looking for stuff. She owes money, and she's having a hard time. She's kind of desperate. So I like where this is going. I'm definitely going to follow it up with number 2.
Yeah, I wasn't saying pass on the book. I was saying pass on living in 1944. It's a hard pass.
Oh, tell me about it. For a lot of us, it was even tougher. Yeah. So yeah. Hey, is that John Stout? What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah. And the last one that I picked up, that is Santos Sisters, which I love. And this is just the craziest thing. And the little thing it says down there, ages 13 and up, be prepared to show ID. Love is God, God is love. It's just so weird. It's like so random. It's just
I do like totally, the art style.
Yes, that is awesome, man. I love this stuff. It's one of my fave books. Checking out next week's comics. Boy, is it hot in here?
Oh,
I don't know.
That was
it.
It.
Hot in here to me.
That was a light.
That was it.
Light week.
It would have been lighter even, and I think next week is going to be fairly light too. If I hadn't had books that I was due, then this would have been. Yours is super light. Super light.
Yeah, under
That's
10
like,
books. It's rare.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're cutting down, man. Like my
growing up.
Yep. Well, we're saving our money because I'm getting less from the shops, less from my comic shop, and I'm being able to not have to sit on my comic boxes for furniture. That would be nice.
Damien's got love for the Santos Sisters. It must be
smart,
a P&W thing.
Hey, it literally is a P&W thing. It's printed out here. It's printed from Floating World Comics in Portland. But hey, we welcome everybody. Yes, it's probably limited distribution, maybe in far as the East Coast. I don't know if it goes out that far or not. Y'all going live. Hey, the Buzo. I don't know. Sometimes those notifications don't work well. I don't know, man. Those are not always accurate. So
hey,
look at
you
here.
made it in. You haven't missed the penultimate book, the Buzo, so you're good.
Not even. Yeah, they have a life-size cardboard. Okay, cut out the Santos Sisters at Florida. Yeah, I remember seeing it. Yeah. It is. I never even. I was just there for number 2. I happened to be in Portland last year when number 2 had just come out, and I said, "Oh my God, what is this?" I had to find number 1, and just I've been subbed ever since. I think it's a great comic to read if you got a sense of humor. Speaking of a sense of humor, Amazing Spider-Man. You have to have one to subscribe to this book because it's been a little difficult to read. I hear some folks say. But, look at here. It's just, I don't know. It seems like it comes out every week. They make every 10th issue like a $10 book. Please stop that. But they do have some nice covers. There's a Gleason. In fact, Gleason is doing the interior art for this book. This is the one for $25 for that book. So that's one good thing. Always try to say something good, and that's it.
Good man.
That's all, and that's it. Next is guess who is coming immortal now, becoming immortal? The Immortal Thor, the same creative team from the Immortal Hulk. It was Al Ewing, and who's that? Some person whose name I can't read. Glasses not working. So, yeah,
Martin
I hear you.
Coccolo.
Coccolo, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't see it. It's not Chichetto, is it? No, it's Coccolo. Yeah, Gleason. Yeah, Gleason. Gleason's worth picking it up.
The cover.
Alex Ross, for sure.
It is Alex. Okay, I can tell.
Yeah, I just pre-ordered this just in case it is a thing like the Immortal Hulk. I may or may not be. I may look at the first 3 issues. I'll usually give it maybe 3 issues when they reboot like this with a good creative team to see if I like it. If not, I'll pass. But it might be good. Be tough to beat that Hulk, though. I mean, not just the Immortal Hulk, but this new Hulk.
People are excited because they like the Immortal Hulk so much. I saw Fire Guy Ryan. He shared the omnibus for that book, Immortal Hulk. It's every single issue, and woo, that's the fattest omnibus I've ever seen. It was crazy.
That was a good run. It's only
a book like that.
It was 50 issues, so all 50 issues in that book. Yeah, and some of them were giant size. So yeah, that's be a big mofo, and probably extra added stuff, material I would think as well, quite possibly.
With some covers and stuff.
Yeah. Doom Patrol, I love me some Doom Patrol, man. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but number 5 of 7 is coming out next week.
Might have mentioned it.
Once or twice. And there's also Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man number 36. Yeah, let's call it 36. It was coming out. This is the thing. A lot of folks are like myself. Since it's an anthology and each issue is unique, you don't have to catch up and read number 1. You can just jump in anywhere, and each story is different. That's the cool thing about it. So I just grab an issue at random sometimes and just dig in. You just get a story. It's kind of cool that way. There's no obligation to and no shame in falling behind.
That cover makes me wonder what's going on. Kind of interesting.
I think this is something about somebody doing the whole Jonah and the whale thing. So that might be what's happening.
I figured it's either that or Moby Dick, one of the two.
Moby Dick. Jean Grey is getting her own series, and this is a series apparently written by Louise Simonson, who I believe is the wife of Walt Simonson, I think, but also a creator and a prolific writer in her own right. But I didn't read a lot of X books back in the day, but apparently she did a lot of X stuff, and a lot of people are excited about her jumping on here. There's some good covers, of course. There's Derek Chew, the A cover here. Nice. And he's got a B.
Like Derek Chew.
This is one for $50 right here. This is a 1 for $50. Probably a store exclusive, I guess. Well, maybe not. Maybe not, since this is just a B cover. This could just be their basic 1 for $50 here. Yeah. Basic 1 for $50.
Yeah, it's a one. If it's a 1 for $50, it's not an exclusive.
No. Oh, see, that's why you're a college graduate, man. That's excellent. Yes, I did not even think about that. Thank you, son. All right, Perez, my man George Perez. God bless him. Still, his stuff is still coming out. This is one cover I like. This is a basic Perez. I bet this is also just a conventional cover you could have ordered. And this is the 1 for 100. Yeah, this is the 1 for 100. The classic Marvel Girl mini skirt and go-go boots that you might like.
1 in 100 seems a bit much.
Yeah, but it depends on how the book sells, you might be able to get it for less than. Yeah, you're still gonna pay more than you want to pay for that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to even pay $50 for that. So yeah, you're gonna probably pay at least $50 for it. I bet you. If you pay less than $50, it's kind of a deal because it's kind of it's kind of rare, but it's a nothing story. If the book is nothing, then which I don't think it will be, but with Simonson writing it. So yeah, my expert opinion. And my DNA, this is, oh my God, Nakayama does some great stuff. And they're doing, I'm still liking the fashion magazine type layout. And as long as they don't wear it out, it still works. And I've got some stuff coming up. And then there's a version of that as well from the 616. This is 616 exclusives for sure. Yes.
I've been buying from them lately. I bought two books from them recently.
616?
They're a House of Slaughter and SIKTC, of course.
They do have some awesome covers, man. That's what I like about them. What's up, Sequential Geek?
There was a Jenny Frizen House of Slaughter cover that was just insane. I had to have it.
Jenny, who can I turn to? All right, Penguin number
That's
1.
Nice cover.
It is the Penguin.
The one before that, the Poison.
Oh yeah, what about? I was saying the Penguin. In fact, I'm regretting. I think I pre-ordered this. I'm regretting ordering the A cover. I just was probably just thumbing through the previews and just what the hell, get the A cover, but this is probably the least attractive one, I think. So I'm thinking I may have ordered the A cover and this one, the Brian Boland B cover. Boland's style is I love his style because he did, of course, the Killing Joke cover, which is iconic. And most of the covers he's done, like he did a Joker cover for the last Joker book, which I love. I got like 2 copies of that. But Farkles. But he did some, I forgot who he did. It was the character he drew, maybe a female character. I didn't like it that much. So maybe I think his style is more, I think, adapt to ugly male hero villains than it is to say Wonder Woman or something like that. So just because sometimes you shine in your in your wheelhouse. I don't think this is his wheelhouse right here. Like the Penguin, the Joker, those ugly mofos like that. I think he does them justice, and it's just such an intense cover.
Sequential Geek, I think you're probably asking the wrong people. I don't think either of us really read X-Men. Does Damien read X? No, he doesn't really read the new stuff.
I don't think so. Definitely not the new stuff, but he may appreciate the older stuff.
My answer would be no.
I mean, who's a good X person? Yeah, I mean, there's got to be there's an X person out there somewhere in the chat.
Chaos
yeah, Chaos might know.
Chaos in Comics is big. John's Comics with Kids. I know he's real big in it.
It'll take time to restore chaos.
Every chance I get out to play that one. Shout out Chaos. What's up, C Bizzle? How are you, my friend?
Oh, snuck in on us. What's up, homie?
Yes, man, there's Pocan Joe. I would say that. I was thinking pecans other than Pocan. Just my mind just goes to different places. What's up, Joe? How are you?
What up, Joe?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, homie.
Woo! All right, so
yeah, I love this Penguin cover. I like Brian Boland. He did a Swamp Thing cover that I really liked.
Yes, and Swamp Thing. Oh my God, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff he just kicks ass. It looks like the Penguin's smoke goes into his signature. That's pretty cool too.
The detail on this cover is insane. If you just look the way he uses the black all throughout, and it just is so intricate to me, man. Just the detail is crazy. And I bought a couple of these. I've gotten one, but I know what you mean. I bought multiples of his covers, and just like the 5 o'clock shadow on the Penguin is like the detail on that is just pretty dope as well. It's like how much time does it take to put all that in? And I bet he works traditionally too, because he's one of those old school dudes. Well, we got C Bizzle. C Bizzle can school you on whether or not X-Men is good.
Yeah.
I know not a lot of people seem to be reading it, but the people who read it are about. Beckerman is another one. He reads X-Men as well, actually.
Oh, yeah. I mean, is there anything about comics Beckman does not know? I mean, seriously. Especially classic comics. He's all over it. Oh, this is the one. Oh, this is the one. This must not have been available. Either that or it's a store exclusive. I don't think it's a store exclusive. I think it's probably yeah. It probably just wasn't. They hadn't solicited it when I did my pre-orders, but I would definitely have bought this one. I love this by Zerdy. Oh, this is just awesome. I love this.
I bought a few of these as well.
I know. Straight out of Gotham. There's a brother who will smother your mother and make your sister think I love her.
Yeah,
They call me Penguin.
I've been highlighting both these Penguin covers. I've been highlighting them on Instagram. At FOC, I highlighted them actually. Yeah, but I bought 2 of each of these because I just like them so much.
Oh, I hope I'm able to find this one. Oh man, this is just so dope. I love this. This is just, I don't know. This just says so much. You know, sometimes an image can speak a lot. This right here is just like it's so amusing to me. It's completely outrageous, but I love the idea of her giving him a fucking tattoo, a gangster tattoo on his back. A tramp stamp.
She looks crazy too.
I know what's up, but that's what's so I think adorable about Harley. It's different. She's so different than the Punchline character. They want to give a harder edge to someone, so they created Punchline. But Harley, she's almost she is too good for the Joker. She shouldn't be associated with this maniacal, sociopathic, psychotic killer. But she's recovering from a bad relationship, let's say, so she's redeemed. Yeah, I love that. love. I'll be able to pick one up somewhere, God willing. David Marquez also has a cover. If I have to.
Not sold out of FIFA.
If I have to. I'm going to try the local shops first, and then I'll try other places, and I'll try Tefal. Because I got stuff coming from Tefal already. And then there's the Kyle New 1 for 25. Oh, yeah, and then Zerdy has I guess a 1 for 50? And the difference is what exactly? Like,
there's no trade.
Oh, but the trade is so minimal. It's so minimal.
And I think the tattoo changes too, doesn't it?
Okay, yeah, so here's the basic. And here's they give you more ink with the 1 for 50, huh? More ink. I see what you did there, DC. Got you.
Mojo, you're never late, homie. Thanks for coming through. Good to see you. Everybody start over. Mojo's here.
That's Mojo working. What is happening? One of my favorite books is coming back. No One. I think it's a little late, but that's okay. It gives me time to catch up. I was a little behind on it. Number 5. I think it may be ongoing. They may try to keep this going as long as possible. So check out No One if you have not already. Start from the beginning if you can. There's some second prints, maybe some third prints you can find that first issue in. This is a really good book. And Klaus Johnson, oh my God, has done a B cover for No One. That is pretty dope.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And then there's Mark Englert. This is a C cover. I don't think it's an incentive, but it's kind of cool too. It looks like they may be finally unmasking No One. We'll see who they are. Dun dun dun. All right.
Yeah, I haven't been on that one.
I thought you were pulling it. Maybe you just haven't read it, or did you just jump off of it?
No, I was never on that one. Yeah,
never on.
I'm kind of curious about it though.
I think you should check it out, man. You should check it out. Yes, that's correct. That's correct, Couchin. It is part of the Massive Verse. And it is I tell you, it's the future of indie comics, I want to say. Unfortunately, I meant to mention also about that that Hollywood special. It's from IDW, and I heard that on Reggie's channel, I heard one of his shorts that IDW is just going to be shit canning all of their independent creators projects. I guess maybe because of lack of funds or something like that. Have you heard anything about that?
I have been hearing rumors that it may not only be IDW, that it might be a hit to some. I think it was mentioned last night on FOC and Chill actually that some multiple indie distributors might be, or publishers might get hit. Because Aftershock had the bankruptcy, and then now we're hearing about it with IDW, and rumors are that they're not the only ones. But that's why we're out here doing our job, buying an absurd amount of comic books, doing our part. So
absolutely, that's why I do the review thing, man. And hopefully try to get somebody to read some of these indie books that are out here and being great and being overshadowed by the big two in many ways. Well, the big two are fine and all, but it's not all there is. And from the big two, once again, we get Captain America, the final issue of his Captain America Sentinel of Liberty, and it's in true Marvel form, it's the finale, and it's issue number 1. They just can't help themselves. I mean, it's not the goddamn finale. How could it be a finale in issue number 1? The suits just never stop selling. Always be closing, right? Always be closing. That's just
we complain about it, but man, they do it for a reason, right? That's what I've been focusing on, trying to just accept that there's a certain sheepish element to comic book collecting, and that sheepishness can be exploited by giving number ones, by giving silly first appearances. They talked about how there's Venom Boy now. Have you heard this? They did Spider Boy, now they're doing Venom Boy. It's like there's just certain gimmicky, exploitative things that are just inherent in the comic book industry, and I've been focusing on just accepting that. It's
yeah. I mean, sometimes they hit. Like, okay, I was skeptical with Spider Boy at first, but it seems to be a viable character and legitimate character. Just stop with the repeated, just giving us any kind of, you like Spider Boy? Here's Venom Boy. Like he's like Spider Boy, only Venom. Stop it. Just stop it. I mean, maybe you should just not buy it. I mean, it could be a great character, but I doubt it because it's coming out. Because what could it be? I mean, a younger symbiote? Who needs that? Or does the symbiote age? I mean, a symbiote should be like a parasite, right?
You say that, but they introduce 3 new Spider characters every year, so apparently there's no end to this.
Oh, God. So we're probably to blame. If only.
Ninja Bunny Boy.
If only.
Yeah.
Ninja Bunny Boy will be next.
Ninja Bunny Boy Assassin.
Got to do a video about him pretty soon. Oh, wow. Yes, and Damien had another point that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, IDW, yeah. And they did, that worries me about the future of the Hollywood special. I mean, is all we're going to see is issue number 1 of that? Or are they going to be able to finish the series? I mean, this got me excited about this first issue, and it could go the same way as Brother of All Men with Aftershock. Brother of All Men died at number 2. 1 issue away from finishing. You couldn't kick out 1 more issue. But
I didn't really read the IDW, but I did really like their Bermuda book.
Bermuda was good. What is it? True Cult was good. That was the IDW joint. That's probably, I can't name that many more, but most of the other things are licensed. But for this one, maybe because Scott Snyder is behind it, maybe it'll end this or last out or finish. But we can only hope. But in the meantime, let's race out and buy the finale number 1 of Captain America so they can reboot the next month. Don't you know?
I'll be buying it. I don't know why.
I know you will. You're not the only one. New Burn. If y'all are reading New Burn, God bless you. I was up until like issue number 8. I just had to make some cuts. It was one of the cuts, but it is still an excellent book by Chip Zdarsky. It is the police procedural type book, only much cooler than anything you would see on TV. So check it out. Man, I haven't read my big game #1 yet. I got a big game #2 is coming out. Have you read #1 or did you pick up #1?
I did not even get it. Like, this universe is getting too big for me. I don't know if I
Getting too big for me. Too big? Are you kidding me? Well, that's
it's like Spawn. Spawn is
universe?
about to expand, and I'm not sure if I want to expand with it.
Well, do what you can with what you got. You know, if you like Gunslinger Spawn or whatever book you're in, just, follow that, and you can try something else if you want. But see, the thing about the Radiant universe, it's all in the supermassive universe, but there's like all the Radiants are together. So I know there's like a shit ton of Radiants, but that has its own kind of fan segment, for lack of a better word. The people who like Power Rangers and that kind of stuff. No one is in the same universe, but it's not like that at all. And then you got, who is this? Kyle is also writing, Deep Cuts, which is just a limited series about jazz throughout the early 20th century. So there's a lot of different stuff. Even though it's a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of good stuff, I think, too, though. So, but this is from the Millerverse, the Mark Millerverse. So yeah, he's just reuniting all of his projects from the past, So this is, with Wanted and Kick-Ass and the newer stuff, with Nemesis, Nightclub, brand new Nightclub, and Ambassadors, Kick-Ass. I mean, I mentioned
That's what
Kick-Ass.
I mean. It's a lot.
The Ambassadors kicks ass, and there's also a property called Kick-Ass. Not to be redundant, yeah. Yeah, man. I did I do a review of that? I think I did. If I didn't, I've got one coming out with it. I think I did one last week of Hunger in the Dust. I did. That was surprising for me, C Bizzle. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with that. I don't much care for those kind of fantastical books. It's kind of like Wind in a way. Wind is another book I make an exception for. It's very similar to that in style, though the story is very different. But
Wind
big
has
game,
a lot of heart.
lot of heart. I still got to finish that last series, but I'm getting around to it. Here's Couchins breaking it down for us here. Masses Verse is Radiant Black, Radiant Pink, Radiant Red, Rogue Sun, No One, The Dead Lucky, I forgot about them, and Inferno Red Girl. Such great books. Oh, man, he's on all those. Man, God bless.
Yeah, that's a
Man.
lot.
Yeah,
That is a
there's a
lot.
lot. I think I probably have like, a few books from each one of them, but I haven't read that many except Radiant Black. So I'm a poser when it comes to that universe. I only have a few of them. Then there's a Linnell U variant for big game #2. Oh, Batman Adventures. I'm going to have to... This is #7. I do love me some Batman Adventures and that style and everything. I'm going to have to make some cuts, some hard cuts. So this might be my last one. There's one more left in this series. There's 8 in the whole series. So I'll probably just collect those last 2, and I'll be done with this because, this is the 3rd series. I mean, I get it, it's a good thing, but I actually prefer the animated style in animation as opposed to in the comic books. But these books have been fairly good and pretty good read too.
We got somebody sneaking into the chat. Comic Cap Collectibles in the hizzy. What's up, homie? Thanks for coming through, hanging out with us. We're getting dangerously close to the penultimate book.
Dangerously close. Oh my God! You can see it. You can see it approaching. You can see it approaching. Yeah, man, me and you both, Mojo. I got to finish the last 3 or 4 books in that 2nd series or the 3rd series. I think this is the 3rd series of Wind because there's one more, I think, coming. They go in 4-issue arcs.
There's just Wind and then Thrown in the Sky, right? There's just 2.
Is there only 2? Maybe they came in 2 arcs.
Sure.
Maybe they came in 2 arcs.
Yeah,
the first arc of 5. 10 books. There you go. Okay. So so that's why.
10 books in each arc.
Okay. So Throw in the Sky, I got to finish that last arc of Throw in the Sky, which is actually the first arc.
I enjoyed it. I like it.
Yeah.
But it's not an adult book. It's it's a book you can have with your kids. Although there's homosexuals, so maybe you don't want to do that.
I would say it's
don't have a
not an
problem with
adult
that.
book. It's written so well that adults and juveniles and children can also enjoy it as well.
Right.
It's all ages.
Well, you know, some people get upset. Some people say gayness makes it not a kid's book, but
well,
my kids have a gay aunt, so it ain't no thing
Yeah.
for us.
Got news for you. Everyone's got a gay aunt. Okay, whether you know it or not, whether you know that shit or not. All right, so I'll be getting this one, probably, and this one is Cliff Chang. I love Cliff Chang's style. He did Catwoman and Lonely City. Both wrote, and this is that same. Oh, I love this. So yeah, I'll probably try to get this one from the LCS if they pull this for me. And then Raphael Albuquerque has a cover, which I do love this. It's got like kind of
Not
a
bad.
pastel style to it almost. I like it.
Sequential. What was the name of the AWA book? I'm not familiar. Let me see if I can find it.
That Deep Cuts artist did an AW. I'm afraid I don't know that artist's body of work that well. I can't. But that used the same artist on every issue of Deep Cuts. I'm not even sure, because every issue is a different era. Yeah. Yes. I mean, either an uncle or an aunt. I'm here to tell you. It's your Uncle Arthur, Sam. Yes, whether you know it or not. All right. This is also this is 1 for 25. Hayden Sherman of that Batman Adventure. So they must be selling a lot of these books. They're making 1 for 25s.
Did you mean sequential? Did you mean Frank Miller Presents? Maybe I don't see any AWA books, but I do see Frank Miller Present. Maybe that's what he meant.
Frank Miller Presents. Indigo Children is coming to the end of this arc. It may be ongoing, but this arc will be ending. So if you're reading this book, which I am, and I've missed a couple of them, but I'm going to catch up on it because it is awesome. Be sure to make sure you get this because if you're keeping up with it, this is the last one of the arc. So it's going to be less orders of this because it's a small book and all that. So make sure you're able to get this. What's up, Jose? That's all right, man.
Hey, what up?
It's all good.
You didn't miss the penultimate book, so you're good.
Albuquerque. Was it Lou Costello? I don't know. It may be some cross between Lou Costello and Curly Howard. I'm not sure. You lost me at Albuquerque.
Those Frank Miller books, that's AWA. I did not know that was AWA because it says Frank Miller Presents. I didn't know that he was a part of AWA. That's neat.
Is it? Is it really? Oh, wait, hang on a second, folks. My battery's dying. My thing not plugged in. There we go.
Oh, okay, yeah. Frank Miller.
Oh, you have to plug the computer in. That's crazy. I'm sorry. You saying that Frank Miller Presents is part of AWA?
No, we're not. No, he's not. We're on the same page now. It's something.
Okay. So, oh my God! I mean, they're going broke too. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that would have been. I would have been. Whoa! I did not know that.
Oh, I see. For Ancient Enemies is. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ancient Enemies. I think I have a couple of those. I know I have the ash can. They lost me at the $7. I would have bought more. Probably they weren't like $7 or $8 a book, whatever they are. I think they've come around now and they've acquiesced, and many of their books are just regular priced. So I hope they stick around, though. Even though I'm not a huge Frank Miller fan, I'm all for any indie publisher, man. We need more publishers out there. We can't have just a few voices out here, you know? Yeah, I know. Sadly. Yeah, I know at the con they were talking about how hard it was out there for him. Battle Chasers, number 12. Oh, man, Joe Mad is back doing this. I don't know if anybody's following this new version of Battle Chasers. Still haven't read mine yet. I do have a couple of covers. And there are some good covers, as you might imagine. Joe Mad is doing this one here. And there's John Boy, my boy, John Boy. I love this guy's stuff. He's got this really, really detailed, fantastical style that I love very much. And Art Germs, Stanley Art Germs speaks for himself here. Or at least his artwork does. He doesn't have to. And it's Reek. Reek. I mean, I'm mispronouncing it, but I think it's Reek is the person that's done this. And the Cockroach, I kid you not, Cockroach is the artist behind this one. I bet they're a manga artist. I feel like they are. I could be, I'm 100%, you know, I know nothing about them, but that's my instinct. And Derek Chew, we're talking about. Derek Chew has got one. And I want to say that's it for the Battle Chasers cover for number 11, or number 12, I should say. All right. Next. Marvel Unleashed. Hercules Unchained. The Mighty Hercules. All right, so Marvel Unleashed, as you might guess, you don't have to be a detective. This is got a lot of dogs in it. And it also has a lot of the famous, if not all of, the famous Marvel pets will be in this one. So if you're, you know, they're trying to work every angle here. They're trying to work us, work us pet lovers and everybody else. Because why wouldn't you? You know, that's something that you would probably be remiss if you didn't try to like work on. You know, and even Red Wing the Falcon, the living Falcon, the real Falcon, not the robotic one from the MCU. Red Wing is going to be in here along with the Thor Frog and what do they call him? Thorg. The Thor Frog, I forget which.
Throg.
Throg. The mighty Throg. You know, I'm not sure, Mojo. Is it? I hope it is, because it is awesome. A lot of stuff from that line is awesome. Not quite sure. And Xeno, this is like a science fiction thing. This is a science fiction anthology, and it's a 3-issue set, and the 3rd issue will be coming out next week. So, yeah, be sure to check that out. And this is something that may be overlooked by a lot of people, because science fiction is kind of a niche, and science fiction comics are even more of a niche. So, but I did enjoy the first one. It has different artists and writers in every issue. So, yeah, be sure to check that out. All right. So, man, it's y'all got here just in time, because it is that magical time, folks. And we all know what that is. It's time for the penultimate book. Here we go. Time for the penultimate book, and that book this week is called The Schlub.
Failing dentist Roger Dalton blames the world for his problems until he's body swapped with the world's greatest superhero. Can Roger save Earth and finally prove to his family that he's not a loser? Or are we all doomed? Vanished artist and writer Ryan Stegman and Superboy writer Kenny Porter team up with Beef Burrows artist Tyrell Cannon for a new action comedy series featuring colors by Mike Spicer and lettering and design by John J. Hill.
Yeah, so this was kind of a lean week for books, as you might guess. We got through pretty quickly. So I had to kind of look for the Schlub, but luckily I remembered I pre-ordered this already in anticipation of it being awesome. So I think it might be. I hope indies, yeah, man. I know, man. I hope indies do live. Yeah, I mean, it really sucks to see. So yeah, the Schlub, who was a dentist. Those of us who fear dentists and have phobias about dentists and have nightmares about dentists completely understand. Imagine how it is to be a dentist. I mean, I think they have a very high rate of suicide among doctors, one of the highest. So their lives are not all that great either. So it's one of those things, folks. Look at it from the other person's point of view. And the art looks pretty great on this, too. And this is Stegman is actually doing the writing on this. He does a cover, I think, here and there, but some other artist is doing the interior art. And looks kind of cool.
It looks very cool. I'm interested.
And then this is the Stegman B cover. And there is a 1 for 10 incentive cover. This is by someone named Cannon. His name escapes me. Nick Cannon. Terrell Cannon. Yeah, exactly.
He's the artist. He's the artist on the book.
I think so. Yeah, he's the actual interior, the interior person. Yeah, and then there's a 1 for 50 Stegman Virgin variant. So yeah, this is your penultimate book for this week, folks, and yeah, that's the one I think that will probably come out on time, unlike some of the other ones who are still struggling to come out, even after being featured for like over a month ago. But hey, that's the indie world, so yeah, you take the good with the bad, And me and Sequential Geek are like right here, talking about our global conglomerates and stuff like that, man. Yeah, right on. I love it. Yes, thank you, Phil. All right, so and we got our final book here is the book I have also, which is also I think a couple of weeks ago a penultimate book.
C Bizzle is not a fan of the penultimate intro.
Really? Still bitter, C Bizzle? Come on, man. The Pistons had a good run too with Isaiah and those boys, So yeah,
Well,
I feel
Isaiah
you.
will tell you he beat.
I feel you.
Isaiah will tell you that Michael Jordan was his little brother. This is what Isaiah will tell you.
Will he now? Well, there's some things
All
about
the people
Isaiah.
that Jordan couldn't beat. The Celtics, the Lakers. Isaiah beat all those teams. And he crushed Michael repeatedly in the playoffs.
Until he couldn't.
That's why Michael hates him. That's why
until he could no longer crush them, and he walked off the court in shame with his head down, like a little bitch.
Isaiah was what? Isaiah Thomas was what? He was what?
Isaiah Thomas in elevator shoes. In elevator shoes with a big afro, he was 6 feet tall. Yes, he was about that tall. But he was a good player. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He was a good player.
One of the greatest players of all time. He was only 6'1".
Okay, so I'll give him that. But man, he will ruin an organization, though. I mean, he will ruin an organization.
C Bizzle, I'm sorry for the slander, C Bizzle. I apologize.
Yes. And triggered. Sorry. The call. Oh, yeah, I'm getting that next week. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Buzo. I had to call my shop and have him pull one for me though, because this bad boy sold out quickly. I love this cover though.
All right, real quick, the wrap with the Ribbon Queen. The Ribbon in the Sky for Your Love. The Ribbon Queen #2. This was a great book. So far, the first issue was pretty awesome from Garth Ennis, which sometimes goes over the top, even for me. But I thought it was good. This was a good first issue. The second issue is coming out.
I'm working.
I don't know what
I'm
this,
working through
this
his
is
Preacher
homage to.
book now.
The Preacher? Have you not read Preacher before?
Yeah, I'm working my way through it now. Arse face makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Arse face.
I don't like it.
Oh my God! So you just get into the origin of Arse face.
Oh, I'm past that. Yeah, I'm into. Well, I mean, he's become a villain. I'm past the point of him deciding he was a villain.
Arse face got all ripped in the TV show.
like right from the beginning when he talked to his dad, I'm like, who is this? I don't like him. I don't want him to be around him. He makes me uncomfortable.
But
I'm
God
definitely
damn it,
gonna watch the show after I read this.
Have you not seen the show yet? The
No,
Preacher?
no.
Oh,
This
my
is
God.
my introduction. The book is my
Okay. So, I'm going to say anything about the show yet then. Okay. All right, well, Ribbon Queen, I don't know what horror movie this is an homage to, so horror fans out there, Jack, if you're watching, I don't know. Tell me what that is about. And then there's the Declan Shalvey. Declan Shalvey, 1 for 15. And that brings us to the close of all our stuff here. Yeah, so am I, C-Bizzle. I mean, I should have bought that one copy I saw in the store today, but I got one coming from my comic shop, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. I'll catch up to it eventually. All right, well, that's all I got. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I like the way it got presented on TV. Yeah, and it was pretty good. Yes, another great week for all you guys stopping by. Thanks so much. I was going to say something else, but maybe, that's probably it. But anyhoozle, I think we covered everything. I mean, that's pretty much covered everything. We covered the Bears, the bitter rivalry between the Bulls and the Pistons. Couldn't be more bitter, I guess. Yep. The Knicks rivalry, the Knicks and the Bulls the Knicks may have been more bitter because the Knicks never even got a chance to win anything. I mean, poor Patrick Ewing never even got to see a championship. And I kind of felt bad for him because he's a great player. Him and Charles Barkley, Charles lost in that John Paxson 3-second 3-shot. Well, fuck him. All right. That's all for this week, folks. Thanks for stopping by.
I feel bad for either one of them.
I know. Thanks, Jose. Thanks for stopping
Good
by.
times, y'all.
Good times to everybody. And, man, let's do this again next week. What do you say, huh? Let's do it all. And let's
same bad time.
Same bad chime. New bad intro. And we'll see you then. So y'all take it easy. I'll see you.
Peace.
We love you, Denver! City by the Bay! John Denver!